Hi, and welcome to Back to School Night. My name is Mrs. LaGrassa, and I am the sixth grade science teacher for Team 6-2. Here on the first page, just to point out my email address, please email if you have any questions or need some help. To tell you a little bit about myself, I'll show you a slide with a few pictures on it. This is my 18th year in the District 303 and my fourth year at Redling. And I've taught science for many years. Most of my science years were over at Thompson Middle School, but I'm really happy to be here at Redling, and it's just been a nice change. But I miss Thompson, but I'm happy to be here too. Uh, this is my family in the pictures that you see. So when I'm not here at school, I am a busy mom of three and one just starting kindergarten and two twin girls that are starting fourth grade this year. So a few of the things that we like to do are go traveling and hiking at national parks and various parks in the area. And we like to cook too. We This stop down here is from one of the Laura Ingalls Wilder spots in South Dakota that we went and saw one of the houses that she lived in. We like to read too, so that's a fun thing we do. And then on the weekends, we have a family farm that we go to, and we spend a lot of time outdoors there on the farm. To tell you a little bit about some classroom expectations. These are things you probably have already heard, but just a nice reminder. Just make sure that your students have a Chromebook every day and make sure it's charged. Things that you'll also need in class are pencils, earbuds. We'll have a science notebook, which is just going to be a spiral notebook that's dedicated just for science, and then a folder for our class. And it's okay if they use their science folder to share with another class. We won't have lots and lots of papers, but we'll have a few throughout the quarter. We're not able to eat snacks in the science room, but bringing a water bottle is perfectly fine. Try to bring a full water bottle every day, and if your student is finding that there isn't enough time to fill it up, then go ahead and bring two, and you'll just fill them up at the end of the day when you get home. All right, so when signing into class from home, make sure that you keep your video on. So this is like video conferencing etiquette. So as your student signs in, we want to see faces. It just helps us to be able to see who's there, and and then get to know them, your student, and their faces, along with their names. And then also just being free from distractions and getting there on time is helpful. Making sure you're sitting up and not like laying down in bed, just kind of like if you were in class. All right. And homework and grading. If homework is taking a long time, one thing you should know, this is a new curriculum for our science sixth graders. So um, we're not exactly sure how long that some of these activities will take. So we don't want your students spending more than 15 to 20 minutes on an assignment for homework. All right. Now, like if it's a remote class, then they have 42 to 45 minutes for class, and then maybe a 15-minute assignment after that. All right. Encourage them to do their best work, and like making sure they have complete sentences, and if it's a drawing, just to do their best. It doesn't have to be perfect, but putting in your best effort is always a good idea. And then if you're finding that the assignments are way too long, it's perfectly fine to email me, and we can make adjustments as we're going through this new unit. All right. Grading breakdown, 40% for the summative and 50% for formatives. And you can't see this, but 10% for homework. All right. And Google Classroom, this is where a lot of your assignments will be posted. And you'll see on the learning log, day to day, what our agenda is. So you'll find the learning log on Google Classroom, but you'll also find it here. You're going to have a copy of this to always come back to if that's helpful. So for Google Classroom, I can walk you through that so you know what to do. And your students, really, they already know how to do this. So once they go to their classroom, I may or may not have a message down here on the stream page. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. But for the most part, they're going to go up to the classwork tab every day. And that's where they're going to find their daily assignments. Here, the message for today is just a reminder of here's my email if anyone needs to get in touch with me. And that's all it was. So students know to go to classwork. Under classwork, daily assignments. The learning log will always be there, and there's going to be a day-to-day list of what each A learning group and B learning group will be doing for really a full week. If the full week isn't on there yet, just know it'll be coming. I will be updating it every single day. All right? So this is one way to find the learning log. This is going to be your most important tool, really, because it tells you what to do every day, whether you're in school or out of school, whether you're on the computer having class or whether you're at home doing your independent work day. So here's a list of what we've done the first week. Parents, you'll see that these days are grouped by Group A and Group B. So here's Wednesday, the very first day of school. Group A activities are right here, and Group B activities are always going to be the shaded group. So get to know that's going to be our system to tell them apart. And so, for example, I'm doing this on Thursday, the 27th. So here's what we did in class today with the A group. And because our remote group needed to have some special directions to reach from home, there's a little bit more information for the remote group. But I was able to give my my A group first and second, sixth and seventh hour. I was able to give these directions in class. So the remote group just had an extra set of directions there that I couldn't give them directly on the big screen. All right. So, and then you can see what the activity is for tomorrow. So here's the A group, what they'll be doing, and the B group. All right. I mean, we're asking that students don't go ahead, mainly because um, for example, sometimes the B group will see what the A group is doing tomorrow and know that that's going to be their lesson for the next day. But they may not have all the directions to do that yet. So I would just ask that stick with your day. You can look ahead and see what's coming up just as an idea, but try not to go ahead in the activities. Wait for your specific class's directions. All right, so this is your learning log, and we'll be using it every day. So you can already see week 3, we're getting some assignments for next week already. All right, but again, please don't go ahead. So those are some important places to go. And CPUP is our new curriculum for this year. And we have several units. Body systems is what we're starting with, from cells to organisms, land and water interactions, weather and climate, and energy. All right. Here's a few bits of information about our body systems unit. How do we know if a medicine is safe and effective? That's going to be the issue that we're dealing with. And we have an anchor phenomenon and specific unit questions. I'm going to go through these relatively quickly because I think that if you wish, you can go online and read through these yourself. So, so go ahead and take a closer look at each one of these units, either by clicking on this slideshow or by pausing this video and just taking a quick look. Here's Unit 2. Sorry for the announcement interruption. So go ahead and pause if you want to take a closer look. Unit 3, Land and Water and Human Interactions. How does the weather affect people? And how do people affect the climate? And energy. How can people manipulate energy transfer and transformation to use energy more efficiently? So just a little snippet of each one of our units for the course of the year. And again, my email address is right here below. If you need any help, please email me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And encourage your students to start being independent over their work, making sure they're getting logged in every day, but then also if they need help, have them email me and ask me the questions. And I'll do my best to get back to them as soon as possible. I'm looking forward to working with all your students this year. It's been great to see everyone back. All of us teachers here have missed being with students, and so we're so happy to see you back. And whether we're online doing class or here with you, we're looking forward to a successful year. Thank you so much.